Hey, what's up guys? In this video I'm gonna talk about how to successfully trade support and resistance and how I entered my British pound Japanese yen trade and the analysis behind it. But before I do, if you like these types of videos, please don't forget to smash that like button, comment and share this video if you think it will help others. Also, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on future videos. Alright, let's get into it. So we are on British pound Japanese yen weekly. Going back down to 4 hours, I've simply set up a pending order to enter the trade around these levels here and the stop loss below the previous lows. To enter the trade around these levels, and I don't know, that's probably happened overnight or whenever it happened, doesn't matter. The trade was executed, market went up, came back down, and then now it's shooting up. It's probably gonna drop down a little bit at these levels to come back down to here. This may or may not happen, so roughly like that, and then it will take off and probably do a little bit of a zigzag up and down here and there, and we want to take profits around these levels here. In order to get to this point here down on a 4-hour chart, we would need to do some analysis to see how will this work and why would it work. So the way that I trade, I only use support and resistance, higher highs, higher lows, and that's it. No other indicators. I'll show you what I mean. So if we go on to trading view, this is British pound Japanese yen monthly. We can see that we are stuck within this range. So we got the lows here, we got the highs here, so you obviously strong support, strong resistance. Then when we break it down a little bit, going to weekly, what we have here, we have this strong run down, and then we hit resistance here, which is where the run started. And yeah, I can stretch this out as well for those people, but I usually don't like to stretch it back too much because I want to know where the run started, but just for the visual anyway. The run started here, ended up there. We didn't create a new lower low, which means we are still in the range. Went back up, came back down, again no lower low, come back all the way up here where the run started. Oh, by the way, let me explain this. If we have the run down, and then we have a pullback obviously, and then we have another run down, and there's no lower low created from where the run started, we're going back to where the run started. That's just simply how it works. I explained that in my previous videos already. So anyway, so on a weekly still, we were going down, 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 and then we had a strong push down from here. So that's another run, okay? And that run obviously failed to create a new lower low, which is great, which means that if this run started and went down to these levels here, and that one went to these levels here and didn't create a new lower low, and then we had another run down, didn't create a new lower low, where are we going? We're going back here to where this run started. Anyway, let's break it down to smaller level. We're not going to be taking profits up there, so it doesn't really matter. I usually mark my charts like this, just for me as a guide. But anyway, we just want to stick to these areas here where our trade is. So we had a strong run down, no new low, going back to where the run started, coming back down, no new low, which means we are going probably back up to these levels at least for now. Okay, so we are still on weekly. I'm going down to daily. So here in daily, that run down again, no new lower low. This is just a blip, so that's not a new lower low. Okay, this run here started here and ended here, and then there's another run that started at these levels here, and then you can see here what happened there. Went down from here down to there, no new lower low. Remember, going back to levels where we started the run, no new lower low. So where we are now, we are actually doing higher lows. Higher low, so that's the previous low, higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low, which is great. We're not making new highs either. Okay, So this is not a new high, this is more like just a blip. So this little run down here pushed the market from this point down to here, but there's no new lower low, so therefore we're going back to where the run started, and that's why we are here where we are today. So this is our daily. So going down to 4 hours. So finally we have our first higher high. And then obviously we didn't create a new higher high compared to this high, this high here. So therefore we're going back to where the run started, which is back to these levels, which is back to here. So back to MetaTrader. So that's why I set up my, so that's that run there. That's why I set up my pending order to buy here and a stop loss there, because this is where the run started. Always give it a little bit of extra room to breathe, because the big money that moves the market all the way up here, the very strong money, these guys are not using the stop losses. As soon as the market gets back to roughly around the areas where they started, they got lots of money. The robot automatically starts buying more and more as we're getting down to these levels. So that's why you see, let's break it down to 15. So that's why you can see there's a slowdown on the way down here, and then that's why there's congestion. So the sellers, the retail money, the dumb money should I say, they keep selling. They especially like to sell here towards the end. So that's why you have a big run down here. That's the dumb money. And they obviously they run out of money. The robot just keeps buying, so they get a really good price. And then the dumb money does the last push. Of course they fail, they totally run out of money, and the robot just keeps buying. So now the dumb money is not sure what is happening. The smart money gets in here. The smart money is roughly getting in here in this area, and then obviously the dumb money towards the end, or whatever the dumb money is, if there is any money left anyway. Alright, let's explain the take profit. Why here? So going back to weekly, as you can see, there's a very strong resistance around these levels here. If you go back, and if I stretch this up here, see very strong resistance around these levels. We can never know for sure exactly where it is, but we can estimate roughly. There's no exact science in trading, because we don't know who's gonna buy when and how much, and therefore they will push the market by that much and on that date. So we just have a rough guide. So my estimate was that around these levels here where the run started. So the run started roughly around these levels. So we had a run down here, then nothing happened, no new lower low. We came back here, congestion, and then the run that actually made it happen started from here. Let me just delete that. So the run that made it happen started from here roughly, because this run here didn't make a new lower low. Then we have a pullback, and then we had a new lower low finally, and we stayed there, and then we just crashed down. So back to say daily. That's why I want to take profits around these areas here. And if you're curious to see what's the risk to reward ratio, it's 1 to 19.87, so you can say 1 to 20. So if you risk 1% of your money, is that $10? Is that $1? Is that $100 or $10,000? You're expecting to get 20 risk to reward. So you say you risk $100, you will get $2,000 by the time you reach here. And remember, this is not that far off. Look at it on the daily. This is not that far-fetched. That's just within a week to make a couple of grand. How much can you make in a week with your 9-to-5 job? Also, going back to my Australian dollar New Zealand trade. So this is where we are currently. So my initial trade here was taken here. I explained that in my previous videos. I'll put the link below. So my previous trade was taken around these levels. You can see there's a double bottom here, and then it took off, and then another run up and come back down because we didn't create a new high. And then I enter around these levels, stop loss around these levels, and then we are moving now. We had a little bit of congestion here, so we just kept going sideways, 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 and then I thought, like, hang on a second, this is just not working. But then again, you gotta stick to your plan, keep going up and up and up. It's just making higher lows and occasionally higher high, and that's awesome. You gotta stick to your plan. So if I go to trading view, I was talking about that trade here. I go to trading view. Yep, here we have 1 to 29 risk to reward. We got 2 trades, and here we have 1 to 21 risk to reward. We got 1 trade, so we got actually 3 trades going on at the same time for that same pair. And I'll just probably leave it at that to let it run and focus on finding new trades. So that's it for this one. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a video. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care, bye.